Okay, so for the particle class, what I'm going to do here to start is now we're going to be drawing. So we're going to use the CTX variable a lot, the context of the canvas. So CTX dot begin, or this is not in the init. We're not going to worry about the init because that's after the particle has already left the screen or checking the bounds and stuff. We're just going to draw because this is what's going to be called. The draw function is going to be called in the animate function. It's going to be called a lot for every single particle. So this dot draw, ctx dot begin path. Right, we're saying we're starting a path and we want to go ctx dot stroke style is equal to, and this is where we're playing with the colors. So we're using the HSLA because we're manipulating the alpha values. All right, and so in here we are going to, oh yeah, I'm going to be playing around with it, but it's all in, like, it's in quotes. That's how you have to add the styles. Anyway, so we go here and we have HSLA, and the first value is going to be a number. What's the number? Well, it is this dot H. Pretty simple. Next one is going to be, we're going to set all of them have a, because it's hue, saturation, and lightness, or light. So the hue is the hue that we determined. That's the color. The saturation is going to be 50% for all of them. And the light is going to be, what is it, 50%. Oh wait, no. So I want the saturation to be 100%. And then the light is 50%. And then the last value is A, the alpha. Now the alpha is going to be, we're going to be playing with this value. The alpha in this case is this dot life. All right, and so we set the stroke style. Now we have to actually set the line width. So we're going to go ctx dot line width. You could technically just draw circles, but for me, I'm going to draw a line, but end with rounded edges to make a circle. So ctx dot line width equals this dot r, and so that's the radius. So the line width is equal to the radius of the circle or the particle that I'm setting. Right? This is all starting to come together. At least I hope it does for you. Ctx dot line cap, and now this is where I could say that I want a round cap, and so it's going to be circular. And we could play with this once we get it set up, so that you could see how it's starting to look. All right, so I want round. And finally, we are going to start drawing this thing. So we're going to go move to, ctx dot move to. And for now, it's going to be this dot x and this dot x and this dot y. All right, and then we're going to have ctx dot line 2, and we'll just say this dot x plus 10, and this dot y plus 10, and this is just so that you can see this when we call this dot draw function. So we're not really doing much at this moment. So we did it, and then finally we're going to say ctx dot stroke. So draw this line for us, please. All right, and ctx dot close the path. Awesome. So we did that. And particle, when we call this dot draw, it's going to run this. Now let's go to the animate, because we want to finally start seeing things. All right, we did a lot of prep work, we did a lot of the basic construction. Now we want to see the fruit of our labor, so to speak. So if we go to the animate part, the animate function, it's pretty simple. Let's just do it this way first. We're going to go, and for the animate, we are calling another function called request animation, or request animation frame. and then each time we're going to be calling animate. Now what this does is it tries to go at a rate of 50 or 60 frames per second, but it calls the animate every single time. So this is a loop, or it's recursive, I guess you could call it. I don't think that's the case, but it is a loop. So you run the animate function once, and this request animation frame is going to continuously run the animate over and over and over. And in this, we are going to use the particles, and we're going to say dot for each. So for every particle object, we want to do something. What do we want to do? Well, we want to call the particle dot draw function. That's what we want to call. And what is going on? We got stuff drawn on the screen. So you can see here that it's animating, it's constantly being drawn, which is why you see some jitters, but we drew it. So we see that we have something appearing here. This is great. We're moving on up in the world. So the next step for us is to start writing the update and the check bounds and this dot init in order to start making the actual animation, start making it move. But we're making good progress. All right, so let's save this, and the next step, let's draw the this dot update.